Hello, my friends. Let's just jump right in. Why do anti-Westerners choose to live in the West? Why don't they move to one of those anti-democratic countries ruled by oppressive regimes that they spend so much time romanticizing about online? The answer is because they don't want to. There is inconsistency between what they say and what they choose. What they choose is to live here and enjoy all the rights and privileges afforded to them through Western values. What they say is in support of the regimes and oppressive governments that murder, torture, rape, and suppress their people. So what does this mean? This means that they choose freedom for themselves, but oppression for people of a different race or nationality? Isn't that racism and supremacy? So with that opening statement, let's now talk about Western values and why they are so important to our civilization, and they must be talked about, savored, and revered. Western values is a phrase encompassing the moral and cultural synthesis emanating from Jerusalem, Rome, and Athens. So why do Western values even matter? For the West to maintain its influence, it must not be ashamed of its deepest values, what some call the Greco-Roman Judeo-Christian cumulative tradition. What a mouthful. This is a great story, originating in Athens, Jerusalem, and Rome, provides the answers to the fundamental questions at the heart of politics and civil society. What is man? What dignities does he have as a result of his essential nature? What ought he strive for and fight against? Without confident answers to these questions and faith in the values that undergird Western systems of liberal democracy, human rights, and freedom of speech, the resulting cultures would soon wither detached from their vine. The West has core principles, and there are many Western values that emanate from this great story, and different people disagree and debate on the fringes, of course. But here are several core principles and convictions that provide the bedrock of Western values. Human dignity and the sanctity of the human individual person. Faith in what is higher than man, God, the good, the truth, etc. The belief in objective truth and the constant search to find it. Respect for reason as means of doing just that. The recognition of human limitations, the primacy of love and the possibility of redemption, the rule of law, the ominous alternatives to the West. These are some of the core principles and convictions that provide the bedrock for Western civilization. A strong West is important in part because of the cultural and values that would fill the vacuum in its absence, right? Consider the alternative, the Islamic regime of Iran, neo-Marxist ideologies, and the expansionist and anti-Western forces of China, Russia, and North Korea. The West, of course, despite its foibles and failures, holds at its core the values and traditions essential for democracy and pluralism in our world today. Believers in the West have to tell its story. If those who love Western civilization and the Near Eastern and Hebraic traditions at its core do not return to and defend the deepest in their tradition, the Marxists, materialists, and Islamists will win the culture war. The good news is the West has the most beautiful story to offer. One steeped in universal values, belief in the good, and the possibility of redemption. We just need to remember how to tell it. Thank you for your time and attention.